Hi Gemini, how are you feeling today? Welcome to your solar return reading, and this is specifically for Gemini Sun sign. So this is going to be a reading looking at your next year ahead. So we're going to look at 12 months and just take each month as month 1, month 2, month 3, whatever that is for you on your specific birth date. And this is looking at everything that might be coming up for you. We'll be looking at relationships and kind of romance and love energies, as well as career energies, and some advice from spirit about how to deal with everything that's coming towards you and energies you might be facing, and get some overall underpinning energy about what's being activated for you, and some advice and guidance from spirit as well. So let's take a look at what's happening over the base of the 12 months. What's kind of the basis, and your specific personal chart, your natal chart, impacted by the transits and the progressions that you have, it is going to impact you on a more personal level. So we'll look at general energies, because without looking at your charts, it's impossible to see what's happening. So we've got South Node, life's desires, life's debts. So the North Node is about going towards something that you desire, and it's something that is really soulful, quite purposeful. So the month 1, we've got the South Node energy, and having South Node energy come out is really good, because it's our whole kind of life progress is about moving away from the South Node energy and in towards our North Node energy. So let's take a look. What else do we have? What else do we have? The South Node energy is really where we feel very comfortable, and where we feel kind of safe, where we have like natural talents, because it's energy we're really familiar with. But it's not where we shine. It's something that comes easy to us, but it's not necessarily what we want to do or where we shine, but it is where we can feel very safe. And month 2, we've got Sagittarius, I see. Sagittarius is your polar opposite energy. And during Gemini season, we've got the full moon in Sagittarius. In Sagittarius season, we've got the full moon in Gemini. So this energy is all about looking at truth. This is about balancing. We just had a full moon in Sagittarius, and there's a lot of information in that reading with the full moon in Sagittarius about Gemini, because it impacts you. The opposition. It's funny, we've got the South Node here, and feels like it's all about going away from South Node into North Node energy, and we've got the Sagittarius, which is the polar, and where we have to find the balance, particularly where we shine in the world because of the sun influence. And we've got solar eclipse, revolution. We have the planet of revolution, Uranus, going into your sign next year, beginning of July, July 7th, 2025. So we've got month 3 solar eclipse revolution. So there's going to be in as we go through, this is like moving away from where we feel comfortable in the next month, and then we go into something that we see that is deeply true. So Sagittarius is the truth seeker energy, and then there's like a revolution to make something, to completely change something, so but it's always for the better. And we've got 6th house, routine. So it could be that your experiences that you go through in the next 3 months really change your routine, what you do on a daily basis. I think I'm going to run out. I'm not doing my spacing right here, so I might need to move these. And we've got Cancer, I feel. And we have, I'm definitely going to need to move these, aren't I? Air element, communicating. So this is your energy coming through. So we've got a cycle where we are looking at what's true for us, like really deeply what's true for us. And then we're looking at what needs to change, what really needs to change in our life and in our routines, to make us really align with our soul purpose, our soul mission, the desire that we have, that deep soul. This is what I want to do with my life. And we've got Scorpio, I transform, beautiful. Big transformations happening for you with this revolution energy that's coming through. Let me move these across as I go. There we go. And we've got Aries, I am. Yes, this is a year where you really come into your own purpose. So if you feel, and because this energy tends to come up where we tend to, before we have this clarity, we tend to have a lot of unclarity, or just fogginess, kind of feeling a lot in illusion. So if you're feeling that as you come up to kind of month 3, month 4 of your solar return year, that could be why. And we've got your destiny. Yes. Some of you might have a yod shape in your chart. So this shape here, in your natal charts, or you could have this shape as part of patterns that are to do with your progressions, or an aspect that is showing up in your progressions or transits in your next year. But this is really, it's also called the finger of destiny. So this is all about your fate, your desire to move towards something that feels really purposeful, and it's connected from your soul purpose into what you're doing around you. Huge transformation. We've got Leo, I will. So you have this transformation this year, Gemini, and then you have this energy and this drive to shine forward. And the sun rules Leo as well. So we've got this shine, this courage, this inner strength that comes out to really push forward. And we've got 10th house, the world. Yeah. So this is really connecting with your career. Something could be changing very profoundly in your career this year. But this is going into month 11. So this will be kind of April next year, April or May next year, depending on your chart, your birth date. And we've got Pisces, I believe. This is really beautiful to come out as the last card for your solar return year, because Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac in the chart wheel. So we start with Aries and we go through to Pisces, and having Aries, sorry, in your Aries within here, so you're starting that I am journey. This is how we enter the world energy. You could, if you have a rising sign that is Aries or Pisces, this could be especially strong for you, or perhaps Cancer, particularly Aries or Pisces, I feel, or wherever that is showing up in your chart. So what happens is we come into this new year feeling like we are ready to move on. We perhaps don't know where to move on. Then we have this adventurous seeker journey where we're seeking our own truth. We then realize what needs to be revolutionized for this to really come into fruition. We start changing our routine. The sixth house also rules our habits, how we are analytical, how we look at health, as well as some other things. But this kind of energy, and this is Virgo energy coming through here, with whatever's in your sixth house, it's impacting the routine. So habits and routines and the ways of thinking, this isn't what you do, this is how you do things. The 10th house shows more about what you do and what you strive towards, and you're striving towards something, you're realizing something doesn't quite work. It's because you're moving towards north node energy, which is the highest purpose, the most spiritual fulfilled we can feel is towards this north node energy. But it can also be the most challenging and the most like pulling, and that follows us through our whole life. The North Node, South Node. So North Node's currently in Aries, South Node in Libra, and it will be through your year as well. And then we go into really diving deep into an emotional level. So emotionally, what's happening? What is coming up for us emotionally? What kind of triggers are coming up emotionally? What makes us feel secure? Any rooting that comes with our new pathway. So how are we grounding ourselves, grounding our ideas, grounding this new revolution, this new purpose, this new truth that's come in? And then we're starting to think about communicating that to the world, communicating that to the world in a way where we feel powerful, where we are perhaps writing. This could be to do with writing or some kind of creativity in some respect as well, with the Leo energy coming up. But we're certainly starting to gain knowledge. You could be learning something this year. You could be doing something. You could be traveling this year as well with the Sagittarius energy. But this is really about seeing truth that could be taking you anywhere. And you're starting to communicate from this truth in a very, very profound way. And by sharing this through your voice, something huge transforms here, really transforms. And it doesn't matter if you don't have any of these signs in planets in your natal chart. This is the energy that's impacting you the most. And we've got when we have this transformation, we come back even more to ourselves. So when we go through this thing we call life, we just peel off the layers and get back to who we are. And the Aries energy, the I am energy, the first house energy, which this represents, is all about entering the world in a way where we are really in our pathway of destiny here. And then this energy comes through that wills you to move forward. So any challenge that comes up, throughout these whole 12 months, Gemini, know 100% you're moving towards your destiny. And whenever we move towards our destiny and we take these brave, courageous steps with this strength energy here, with the Leo energy, and the Aries energy is profoundly courageous, and this fire energy, this passion energy helps us drive forward. And it very much complements your Gemini energy, your air energy as well, the fire energy. And we go through and we start grounding it, and we start going from a physical into a parallel with the spiritual, and that starts to come together because we start out very spiritual. We go through a very human experience here, which is always connected to the spiritual, of course, and then we go back to the spiritual, but it's being completely in kind of a 5D essence, bringing that into 3D 4D essence, and then going back into 5D essence, and really culminating those together. So let's have a look at where this might be playing out in kind of love, romance. Take this particular layer of the reading however it resonates, because it could be the energies that are with you, it could be something that's coming towards you, it could be a situation you're in already. We're looking primarily at the energy that's surrounding you rather than the specific situation. So let's have a look what's kind of coming your way from a love, romance, or deep kind of soulmate connection energy. And this could be playing out, as I say, in any way. This could even be connections with family, friends, or soul tribe as well. We will also have a look at the tarot. We'll have a little look at career and money, finances, career after this too. So let's have a look. What's happening for the next 12 months for Gemini, for the viewer, please, Spirit. Thank you. We're going to the top here. Okay. No. There we go. We're taking those now. Okay. So we have commitment. Commitment is an important factor to achieve a successful relationship. So it could be you're thinking about commitment from the past, from something that you might want in the future, or something you're involved in now. But it's Spirit's drawing attention to the commitment that you have. Is this commitment in line with your North Node energy, in line with your purpose? Is it in line with your truth? Because that's going to be coming up most likely in the next couple of months for you, with this Sagittarius energy being quite connected to this here. And we've got soul. Your soul is preparing to reconnect, trust in the process. Yes, I feel like there is something here that we needing to look at commitment. We're needing to look at how we feel about commitment. And then we go into the truth of what our soul wants. This is beautiful energy. The soul on the Sagittarius energy. It's like when you see Sagittarius energy, for me, is like the I see is the beloved. It's the the avatar energy. I say that a lot, but it's like avatar, I see you energy. It's going deeper, 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 and seeking our own truth and seeking our own adventure to find truth. And then we've got honor. Honor your loved one, and you will notice your relationship becoming stronger. So it could be we've drifted apart, either from drifted apart from a person, or drifted apart from a situation, or felt disconnected from an energy where we still need to learn something and integrate something. This North Node energy coming up. And there's something that needs to be honored with how you approach your love life, your romantic life, your romantic energies. And it's the honoring of all of the experiences that you go through, where you and that's kind of what helps judgments and what helps anything in the past that's been quite difficult to deal with or quite painful, and just very, very stuck energy in a romantic way or in a deep love way, that the revolution energy kind of takes away all judgment, all preconceptions, and we start being able to live the relationship, or the in the romantic energy, even with ourselves, that we want to portray and be in the world. And we've got synchronicity. A divine soul counterpart relationship is blessed with amazing moments of synchronicity. If there's any strong Virgo at play here, this might be more very specifically quite strong for you. But there is something about synchronicity at play. There is, if you're in doubt over the next few months about something, or if you and your partner are trying to find your way with something or create something, then it's following the signs as we get towards changing routines. If you get really restless and you know that your routine needs to change, and you're not quite sure how to change it, or what to do, or what new things to introduce, perhaps look for the signs of things. Look for things that kind of pop out of the blue, that are really random, that could never have found you unless they were a sign, because they're going to be really profound in 4 months' time. We've got 1111. 1111 is an important number for twin flames. It symbolizes the harmony and balance of soul counterparts. So there's alignment coming with your in your romantic life. The reason I'm hesitating, Cancer is the, I want to say, fourth Of course it is. I've had an astrology brain blank. We've got Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Yep. Then Cancer. So, and this is the four. And this is like the 1111 in tarot is sometimes associated with the Four of Wands, which is the portal energy. So there's something deepening in your romantic life. There's something to do with security in a romantic relationship or in your romantic energy within yourself, having had something that's uprooted your sense of security. We've got security here with the South Node, which is a strong component here, strong energy here, and strong energy in Cancer with I feel is about security. And it's about having a hard shell, which is this commitment energy as well, having a hard shell and being soft on the inside, but being able to be resilient to things that come at us from the outside. And we've got guilt. Don't let guilt get in the way of happiness. So there could be something that's just coming up that feels guilt on, particularly with this being in the air element, something that we've said, how we've communicated, something we've written. So there could be something around guilt around that. And this is spirit saying, don't let guilt get in the way of happiness. So if there is something that you've said or that you have perhaps written in a message or in an email or in a letter to somebody, and you think, oh, do you know what? I wish I hadn't said that. It's not allowing the guilt to stop the connection from deepening, I feel, because there is a strong connection here in some respect. For some of you, this energy could be just in terms of your spiritual pathway. Or it could be energy you're letting go of as well from the past. And we've got attraction. Divine soul counterpart attraction transcends superficiality. So all of these superficial, and they're not superficial feelings when we're feeling them, but when we're in the Sagittarius energy, in this deep truth seeker energy, when we're in this transformation energy, the everything transcends that. And when we're in this divine attraction, it transcends all of the mistakes. And it's kind of this feeling of, do you know the feeling where when we do something wrong or we do something that we're like, oh, do you know what, I wish I hadn't done that. And when somebody's very graceful and very forgiving, there's a deepening of that connection and a deepening of that appreciation and love and understanding, and we feel cared for, because sometimes we do things and we don't even realize how they might come across, how they might sound, or we're, mad. And we all go through those things, and it's a case of the attraction and the understanding between you and another, or you within yourself, or you within your spiritual development, however this kind of love energy is resonating for you. It kind of supersedes that superficial ego feeling, and we go into deep understanding, because this IC energy is really very profound through these first 7 months, and we'll see what comes out for the rest. But it's like just understanding that sometimes we're in a bad place, sometimes we're in a bad mood, we're grumpy, we're stressed, things have happened, we're going through heartbreak, all these things, but it makes us feel more attracted to somebody, or perhaps it makes somebody more attracted to you, where we go beyond this superficial kind of energies, and emotions. Look deep within your emotions. So the Scorpio energy is the no taboo energy. Scorpio energy it's a very judgment-free zone. Scorpio energy will allow us to look at our deepest level, particularly on an emotional level, because Scorpio being a water sign, water ruling our emotions, it's allowing us to go into this deep dive. There's a transformation of emotions, and it's like we're shedding away emotions that don't serve us. We're letting go of anything that we might have been holding on to from the past, perhaps, or for just our old ways of being. We're moving away from old ways of being from the get-go this year. Moment. Think of a special moment that brought you much joy with your partner. And this is the Yod destiny energy, where we're coming into being in the moment. And I feel like this is spirit saying, whatever's happening in this area, whether you meet somebody through this year, whatever situation you're in, the moment is where you understand the destiny. So our destiny, quite sometimes it can be really loud and sometimes it can be very quiet, but it is equally powerful. And this, I feel, is more than anything spirit saying, just be in the moment, because the present moment is everything. It's the past, future, and the present. It's everything in one moment. And everything is now. Everything's always happening now. And the past is our memory of the moment, and the future is our anticipation of the moment. So it's always about the moment. And this is where we really tap into our destiny this year. And we've got love. Love conquers all. So Leo, I will. And this is like the heart of a lion. This is the courage to love unconditionally. This is the courage of conscious love. And this conscious love is allowing everything else to fall away and just being in the energy of love with no expectation, no conditioning, being loved from a place of no expectation as well, because that blows everything wide open. And connection. Your connection is internal and unbreakable. This, for some of you, I'm getting very strong, so it could absolutely apply in a romantic relationship. But also, if there's something you're doing in the world, in the public eye, in your career with this 10th house energy, where you are connecting to other people, you're an influencer on social media, or you do, perhaps you do tarot, or you do something spiritual, or you do counseling, or you do speaking, public speaking, or something where you're influencing your industry, anything where you're connecting to other people, it goes to a whole new level at the beginning of next year, as we get towards your birthday again next year. And there's something that really resonates with your audience, with you, that makes your audience resonate deeply with you, but likewise your partnerships as well, or your partner, if this applies. And lastly, we have intense. The intensity of a true soul connection includes great highs and great lows. This is Pisces energy all over. So where we've got Pisces, I believe, this is believing in the higher, believing in everything. Pisces encompasses all of the energy of the zodiac, and being the last one. And it's very deeply spiritual, but it also is about things that are in our subconscious, just things that we can't quite see but experience. And there is an intensity of our human experience when we get to that point, that because it's the last point of our zodiac wheel ruling our 12th house, the Pisces energy might be in a different place of your chart, but it's the intensity of everything coming together. It's like the intensity as we go towards a full moon, or the intensity as we come towards a particular transit or particular situation, energy culmination in our charts as well, or just in the collective as well, because everything that's happening in the collective also is impacting us. So the energies are very intense, but it's like it's alive because it's intense. Okay, let's have a look now at what might be happening in career energy with you this year. So I want to say, whether you are in a relationship, you end up crossing paths with somebody in a relationship, or this is to do with your own pathway, your reconnection, or letting go of any old energies. There's something very sacred about the love that comes towards you this year. There is, for some of you, there's absolutely a divine counterpart coming in. There's absolutely like a profound attraction that you've never felt before. There is a letting go of how we've been in the past, and a rejuvenation of romantic relationships and how we move and feel within a romantic relationship. But there is definitely something here that is powerful in the romance love space, and that could be touching you in an energy level or on a physical level. Some of you could be meeting people at work as well this year, especially if you're changing job. We're going to have a look at career now anyway. But so that's what Spirit just gave that for somebody. I feel like it's actually more than one person. Okay, let's have a look what's happening in career finances area. So we're looking at the energies, because obviously this is general. We're looking at the energies specifically around this topic for you this next year. So what do we have for Gemini Sun, please, Spirit? Okay. Oh, Spirit said shuffle again. Sorry, bear with me. We also have, oh no, I think I said that, Uranus, with the revolution energy. Okay, we've got strategy. You need a step-by-step plan of attack to reach the next level. Get the advice of someone who is already where you want to go. We are thinking, Gemini, about moves to make this year. We're thinking about what we want to do. And Spirit, this is typical North Node energy, where we want to step out of South Node, where we feel safe. This could look like, I mean, it's going to be different for everybody, of course, but this could look like having done a job for many years, being really good at it, being paid really well, but it doesn't fulfill your soul. And we're moving towards something that really feels profound. So to go from South Node energy, and then end in towards the end of your year being in the 10th house energy. This is where we bring this North Node energy into our public facing self. But where you're thinking about something perhaps to change in how you're showing up in the world, in the public, in your career, in how you earn money, there's something about looking towards people that have already done it. This could be getting a business coach. This could be speaking to somebody who's already done what you are looking to do, and getting some support in that area. Okay, what about this month two for the viewer, please? Okay, there we go. Now we can split. I think that one just needed to come out first. Okay. Power position. You are being promoted or called to lead. Yes, time to step into your sovereignty and guide others with compassion. Where you are not in a position where you're leading people or you're influencing people in some way, I feel like there's a really strong calling for you to do that this year. And it's because you have a particular energy that will help other people shine and find their truth. New life. You may get a fresh start or be called to bring a new perspective to your old job. You may also get a tempting job offer or new place. So we're definitely moving towards something different in the career space, in how we earn money or career, or how we're showing up in our public life. We want to invite a new life in. Ending. You may leave a position or be terminated. However, there's always a new opportunity ahead. You may change careers entirely. I do feel like there's a huge career change this year for some of you. And this is coming in your month 4, so that depending on whether you're May or June Gemini, it's going to be 4 months on from you. So the timing could be slightly different. And if you're at the end of Gemini season, it could be just slightly later on. But we have a just a complete refreshed idea about what we want to do. It's like we have this huge epiphany, and it's like, I want this new life. And by inviting in this new life, we're going into this ending. But this ending also comes with synchronicity. Okay, the energy of synchronicity is also applying, I feel like, everywhere, because we're changing up our routine. The 6th house, the 10th house is kind of indicates what we do for work, what we do in the public eye, and the 6th house describes how we do it. So it could be about how you're doing your job, how you're earning money isn't the right way. It could be, for example, you are doing one-to-one coaching, personal development coaching, or doing one-to-one coaching, but you want to move away from one-to-one coaching and you want to do group programs and a one-to-many type of model. But it takes a completely different strategy, it takes different marketing, it takes all these sorts of different things, different sales materials, different marketing materials. You could even need to advertise on different platforms, have different partnerships, make different types of investments, have different software, different operation set up. You'll certainly need different operation set up. So it's something, it's going to be obviously different for everybody, and it won't be quite literal like that, but it could be you're already doing something, but you're going to do something in a very different way. And we've got authority. Clashes with a boss or a challenge to your power will compel you to respond. Choose peaceful solutions if you can. So there could be something happening here where you really feeling your security being uprooted. I feel like the test here is, because we're going towards this North Node energy, we're finding a deeper sense of truth. We're going on this, we're really asking these big questions. We make this revolution happen. We start to be in this energy of, I'm ready for things to change. Things start ending because we're ready for things to change. And we go through this portal. And this sometimes makes us feel insecure. And I feel like because change is always a bit scary, especially on a kind of human biological survival level, we naturally get very fearful of change. Even though it can feel exciting, it can feel scary at the same time. And I feel like there's something that's going to come through and challenge your stability, or your perception of stability. And this is kind of like, I want to say, a test where we need to stay in this solid, this is who I am, this is where I'm going, I know I'm on the right path, and I will allow life to flow. This is kind of like the needing life to flow, especially with the Cancer energy, needing life to flow. and responding to the flow, because I feel like things are going to happen, especially with the synchronicity energy and this ending energy, and the routine, the change in routine, and this following this revolution energy is going to shift something in a big way. But I really strongly feel you're going to be much happier, but it's going to need you to go straight into the unknown where you're not quite sure where you're going to land, but trusting that you're going to land on the other side and on your feet. And we've got, yes, long term. An opportunity could turn into a long-term career move, or you will be asked to commit to a position in exchange for more money. So for those of you where you're leaving something, like quite literally leaving something, by leaving something, it puts you in a situation where you cross paths with something that's this long term. For example, if you work Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, if you were in your current job, you wouldn't be sitting in a coffee shop at 11 o'clock on a Wednesday morning to then be sitting next to somebody who you get talking to who says, oh, do you know what? This, and this, and gives you an idea, presents an opportunity, something. So it's by taking this leap, you are then able to cross paths with something that's this long-term opportunity. It could be for some of you that because you've got more time to communicate, to write, to email people, to ask for opportunities. It could be with this something to do with communication. You've got more time or more headspace or both to communicate to get this long-term opportunity, or to follow this lead of a long-term opportunity. And we've got renewal. You need to take time to recharge your energy to get back on track. Challenges ahead require you to have faith and break through. So where we have had a bit of a change up here, either mentally, spiritually, we're getting ready for something that's really going to change, and Spirit's saying in the middle of that, take some rest. Okay, because you are and to have faith, because you are on your way to a breakthrough. This is that needing to trust that you'll land on the other side energy, because when we're in transformation, it is the absolute ultimate roller coaster ride. It really is. Influence. Use your influence for change. You may do public speaking, social videos, or interviews. Your voice and opinions are important. Got something in my throat. Okay, this is very important for some of you. I can still feel that in my throat. With this communication energy, there is something about communicating in a different way in the public. You could be starting a social media channel. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily speaking, but there's some energy where you are communicating your energy to someone else. It could be your energy of painting. It could be through speaking about different topics. It could be speaking on stages. It could be starting your own podcast. It could be starting your own channel in some way. You're writing a book. But there's something you're doing in the public eye this year where Spirit's saying you're going to be of influence. This feels very important. Doesn't have to be public as in famous. It could be public as in your community as well. And you could start to be really well known for something. And we've got passage. Your current situation is a means to an end. You are making the uncertain voyage to a new world. Enjoy discoveries as you go. So you're going on this destiny. You're taking this ship and you're going into your destiny. And I feel like this is Spirit saying you're going through a passage right now. So for some of you, it could be that you decide to give up your job or to change career. You take a part-time career just to earn some money so that you can get there quicker. And it is a means to an end. But because you're working on this thing that feels really important to you and it feels like your destiny, it's like it is a means to an end. So just keep going because it won't last forever. I feel like this is Spirit saying it won't last that much longer, actually, for many of you. Where you might feel through, oops, where you might feel through this year as well that you're not sure what you want to do. That's going to become a lot more apparent in the second half of your year. I feel like as we go through this transformation, this I am, so your months 6, 7, and 8, if it hasn't been clear the first 6 months, it's really going to start to become clear. Okay. And we've got trapped. You feel stuck in your current situation, but you do have options. Look for another job while keeping the one you have for now. Okay, amazing. So I do feel like for some of you, it's the just sticking with the job that's just making some money while you get your feet on the ground. Okay, this is temporary situation. This is a temporary situation. For some of you, this could also be This could also be people that you've ended up working with, consultants, if you start your own business, consultants that you're working with, contracts you're involved in, clients that you might have, and you're like, oh, why did I make this big change? It was supposed to be really amazing, and I've been stuck with this client, partnership, contract, or whatever it might be. We'll have a look at the tarot as well, see what comes up there. But it could be something here where you're like, oh, why am I in this situation? It's temporary. Spirit saying it's temporary. There's just a few things you need to go through before this destiny really opens up. But you're in it by this point. You're in this destiny energy. So stay committed in faith with this destiny energy, because it's happening. People skills. You have a flair with working well with others. Sorry, you have a flair for working well with others. You could be a diplomat, counselor, salesperson, or head of a company. Yeah. Anything that comes through that's challenging, use your, like, out of all of the signs, Gemini, you have outstanding communication skills and intellectual skills. And you can piece everything together in a split second. And this is part of your destiny, is being able to lean into that gift. And that gift translates as people skills. Having having the people skills energy in this 10th house energy, which is all about public, this could be what you're talking about. This could be where you're communicating something for change with diplomacy. It's advocating for diplomacy, advocating for a company, advocating for something else, but to do with connecting with other people. We've got the 10th house, the public world, the public and the world at large, and we've got this, the connection energy in your love life, and we've got this, or in your romantic energy, or your deep love energy, heart space energy, and then we've got these people skills. So it's going towards, you're going on an inner journey and then into an outer journey. So it's quite linear in that respect, but there's one step and then the other step and then the other step. Okay, we have relationships. Do you know what I was going to say before? Because this was all connected, I was going to, and somewhere up here with this long-term commitment, I was going to say, for some of you, this could be you are going to business with a partner. And we've got relationships here now. Business partners, office love, affairs, and communication with co-workers are highlighted right now. Make choices with extreme care. So this is about the relationships that you have within your career, your public life, making choices that are good for the long. I feel, because it was this card I was connecting with before. Make these choices that are good for the long term. Okay. Where we had the feeling of, there could be a contract that's been here for some of you. There's been something where we feel, oh, I've just done all of this and now I'm trapped. It's being very aware of these relationships. This is whatever happens here is the precursor to what happens, to the energy that you're picking up on in your month 12. And it's kind of saying to you, life is saying to you, okay, so we don't want to get into this situation again. What do I need to make sure that my relationships are maintained? If you end up bringing a friend on to work for you to do your marketing, or to do something, some admin for you, or something, just however that might be playing out for you, be very aware of this energy. I feel like that's what Spirit's saying. And it's using your people skills to communicate the best way forward to structure those relationships, especially if you're working with or alongside somebody who is a friend or partner. Okay, or business partner that you perhaps want to move away from. You can do it tactfully and peacefully, but still get what you want and not be in a situation where you feel trapped in any way. Because this year is all about you coming into your own destiny. It's about you coming to your own true sense of self, really finding your identity. And we all have a place in the world, but we have to find that place in the world. And however other people see us often isn't how we see ourselves. And I feel like that's what you're going through this year. It's like an evolution of where you've been. Okay, let's have a look now at the tarot. What do we need to know about this month 1 for Gemini, please? Whoops. No, I think that was me. Give me 1 second. There we go. Sorry, Gemini. There we go. Let's have a look at this, the South Node energy. What do we need to know about the South Node energy? Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Right. Okay, we have Queen of Swords, strategy, 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 strategy. Find a way strategically, even if it's just a list of things that you know you want to achieve, find a way strategically that you list strategically how you want to move forward. With the Queen of Swords energy, with it being the feminine energy here, this is about the wisdom of our intelligence. This is your energy coming up. Oops. Yeah. And this, yeah, commitment. This is about what do we write down what you want to be committed to this year. It's like a birthday wish list almost. Write down what you want to be committed to. And we have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, this is letting go of anything that makes you feel trapped. This is following your own truth. This is following your soul path. And this is having your own power. So with the Five of Pentacles, we can see that there's a key by the door, but we can't see the key. And it's like somebody hasn't shown us where the key is, but this is you understanding your own power. This is you being like not relying on anybody else in any way, and you being in your own power position and not somebody else not being able to have this power over you. For some of you, this is because you're starting your own business. And we've got the Four of Cups. Yeah, so we've been feeling in just a bit of kind of energy. We're we're not really we're not really sure where we want to go. We can't necessarily see what's in front of us because we just feel it all a bit kind of under a grey cloud. Oops. But that's going to change. You're going to have a feeling that completely changes. You're going to have an epiphany here because of this revolution energy of the new life that you want to create. It's like you kind of need to be in the kind of grey cloud mode in order to get the energy to switch it all up so that we can invite these endings in and these changes in. The Four of Pentacles. Yeah, ending something feels that feels very thin. I want to say feels thin, feels like you're not really getting anywhere, and go towards something where that's going to give you a lot more money, that's going to give you more security, that's going to be more in line with your values. And we've got interesting, we've got the Cancer and the Moon. So I just want to have a quick look at what came out for your, so 1111. This is the energy of really going deep dive into your subconscious. This is about feeling your way through something with the moon energy specifically. Your new moon is in June 2024. So your new moon is 6th of June 2024. And your full moon in Gemini is in December. It'll be in the middle of December sometime. So the moon cycles could be quite strong for you. The Gemini moon cycle's new moon, full moon cycle. I feel like if it's something that you do, Gemini, setting intentions on this new moon in particular will be very powerful. And if that does resonate for you, setting intentions with how you want to feel, not just what you want to accomplish, which is still equally important, and the direction you want to go and the pathway you might want to go, but the feeling that you want to have associated with that as well could be very powerful for any kind of manifestation. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. This is something new coming in. This is new resources, new support, something new coming in, an offer of money perhaps, but this is a gift of something that is very pure. This is this long-term energy. This is the communication of something, you expressing your desire, your request, your ideas, your values in some way coming to fruition. So this month 6 for you is all about new starts. It's all about aligning to things that are right for you. And we've got the 10 of Cups. So your transformation is taking you towards happy family. This is taking you towards emotional fulfillment that you're sharing with everybody around you. And there's the rest that's needed at this time is to help you kind of be in the moment of that And we've got the Eight of Wands, I am, influence. So something's going to happen very quickly that puts you in a place of influence this year, very quickly. And we've got the Three of Cups. Your destiny is taking you towards your soulmate connections, people that can help you, people that resonate with the same way. That's, I feel like that's might be why these relationship energy is coming up, because this is all about aligning. Whenever we shed our skin, and we go through this kind of transformation, this phoenix energy, or this shedding our skin energy, this is where we are fully going into a different place, but there's a gray area in between that, where we are letting go of perhaps people in our life. I feel particularly with the Three of Cups energy coming out here with the passage, it's letting go of some people, work colleagues, or connections that we have to those people before we go into the sun. Before we go into the sun. And we've got the Sun and Leo here as well. I just want to see. Yeah. Love conquers all. This is really about being in the place of love. This is about being this is where you start to shine. This is where you have the energy to really shine. There's some rest that's definitely needed before this, because this really comes up very strong in your month 10. So anything that feels like you feel stuck, you feel a little bit doubtful in any way, trust that it's all going to be okay. There's a warmth and a shine and a purpose and a life force energy that is coming to push you out of anything that might make you feel trapped. And we've got the Ace of Wands, yeah, because you're going to come up with this new idea, this newfound passion, and it's going to be to do with how you show up in the world. This Ace of Wands on the 10th house energy is amazing. How you connect with people, how you can galvanize people, how you inspire people is all coming to the forefront. Oh, amazing. Oh, gorgeous. The Emperor. So we've had the Aries energy here, and there's the you are our energy, the I am energy. Then there's this destiny energy that comes up. You're propelled into the world in this newfound sense of power, security, authority, influence, contribution, compassion, commitment, and you end up in this Emperor energy. The Emperor energy, for some of you, you could be through this year, you could be entering parenthood, perhaps. You could be this is you being the leader of a community, the leader of a business. This is you really being accomplished. Okay, so whatever happens this year, Gemini, you end in this Emperor energy. You're taking action in a way that is incredibly beautiful. Okay, let's have a look at the energy and the kind of energy that spirit want you to lean into as you go down this new pathway. So let's have a look. What kind of energy should we be embracing? Okay, completion. There's definitely a cycle completing this year. I'm moving everything now. Sorry, Gemini. Very excited. We've got completion and the curse. Okay, so the curse energy is where we've inherited or been attached to somebody else's uh, negative pattern that has impacted us. There's a completion around a negative pattern that perhaps is in family lines or close, very close, what you would consider soul tribe, soul family, very close connections. There's something that's been unhealthy in the respect of breaking free of this South Node energy. And this is coming to a huge completion this year. This is the year where you make very strong change. Very strong change. What else do we need to know? So it's leaning into the energy of allowing things to fall away as they fall away. Allow things to complete. Allow things to come round full circle. Relationships, career, ideas, self, spiritual evolution, everything. Okay. Oh, the ancient ones. Yeah, spirit working very closely. This is spirit saying, I mean, with the curse and the ancient ones coming up here as well, this is spirit saying, lean on spirit guides because they have the wisdom. They have the wisdom to teach you how to go through this pathway as well, if that resonates for you, if that's something that you connect with. But there are ancient teachers, masters that are with you through this pathway because you've hit this destiny point. What else do we need to know about the energy to lean into as we go through this year, please, Spirit? We've got, oh, I've got them upside down. Wild woman. So yeah, this is about doing things very differently. This is surrendering to the journey. So where we said here, we need to be in the flow of energy. We've got the moon energy, which is all around our subconscious, but this is about being in our wild feminine energy. This is the creator energy, the wisdom energy, the high priestess energy. This is being wild and allowing ourselves to come out of our limitations. This is exactly the North Node energy. But trust that you have the ability to break free of what we think is holding us back, and then realize that there is nothing holding us back and that we're limitless. It's that paradoxical cycle. And we've got the council. And this is Spirit's way of saying you always have a seat at the table. You are always heard. You are always understood. Your opinion is always valued. And I feel in particular with you, Gemini, with the energy that's come up with you being an influencer, this is saying be very mindful and aware of the kind of counsel that you want to keep, the opinions and the people that can help you with your strategy, for example. Be mindful of the people that you have around you that you keep counsel with. But this is Spirit saying that they are also your counsel when you need them to be. Okay. This is leaning into very supportive energy with Spirit, because there's something coming into a completion. There's a cycle that's breaking that has been like a lineage cycle, like an ancestral cycle that is very earthbound. There's something very spiritual that's happening this year. We can see with the Yod destiny here as well, that is totally breaking free of anything that kept you feeling trapped. You might have already felt trapped in the past, and if you do feel trapped or you have felt trapped recently, it's being blown out completely. You're opening up massively, especially when you hit the Sagittarius energy. For some of you, I feel this is going to be on this in the Sagittarius full moon, which happens on the 23rd of May. So around kind of a couple of weeks leading up to that, or a couple of weeks after, there could be something that really shifts inside of you, because this IC energy is all around the inner journey. So it could be something like that that's coming up for you as well. So let's have a look at what's being activated on a very general level for you that underpins all of this energy. What's the underpinning activation that's happening this year in this solar return for Gemini, please, Spirit? Okay, we have authority. No way. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, direct, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. This is exactly what is being activated for you this year. Of all the cards, I mean, I always get so blown away when Spirit does this, and obviously they do because they're amazing. But you end up with of all the cards in the tarot deck, the Emperor to end with, and the activation that you have is all around authority. Amazing. This really is your year to be in a position where you are feeling powerful, where you have the keys to your own kingdom. I feel like that's what this Five of Pentacles is telling us. You have the keys to your own kingdom. Nobody else gets inside your subconscious. Nobody else gets inside your shell unless you want them to. Nobody else gets inside or on a seat of your council unless you feel that it is true and you understand. They share the same aligned pathway of destiny, the same mission, the same vision, the same values. Okay, amazing. Let's have a look at what else is being activated this year. Honest, this is we've been looking at a physical level. Let's have a look at a spiritual level. Spiritual activation is happening specifically for Gemini Sun this year. Please, Spirit. Okay. We have, where are we? There we go. Thank you. Okay, we have Sphere of light, healing hands, empathetic qualities, and animal wisdom. This is really, especially with this, the communicating here, this is understanding something that goes from 2D, something that feels very, very linear, and understanding the 3D of that energy. So things aren't flat, things aren't always in a straight line. This is truly embracing the sphere of something. Oop, sorry, a fly just flew straight out my face then. Truly understanding the sphere, the quality of the energy that you are encompassing, that you're holding, that you are vibrating, and really shining that light out, because this is the year where you are really on a platform in some way, talking, sharing, nurturing, encouraging, inspiring. And for some of you, this could be tapping into animal kingdom, animal archetypes, perhaps journeying with animals, shamanic journeying with animals and your animal guides. It could be where you tap into that, or if you're doing any type of shamanic work, it could be um, any type of shamanic work this year. You might even know that right now, but it could be something that helps you understand your healing abilities in a different way. It could be something that helps heal you. What else activation wise for Gemini? Consciousness, self-awareness, personal realizations, and prejudice. Okay, so where we have been stuck in this South Node energy, you're tapping into divine consciousness energy this year. So this, your self-awareness, you go from feeling like you can't do this on your own, or you can't do it in a certain way, to being the emperor, to being in this authority energy. You go from feeling like you are stuck, or you're comfortable and you really want to change but you don't know how to change something. There's something in that energy space, and you then tap into consciousness energy, and this is where you realize you're limitless. This is where you, and Gemini energy as well, is the paradox and the kind of polarization of the physical, the intellect, the mind realm, and the spiritual realm, the higher self. I feel like some of you might resonate with this, with the Sagittarius. I'll put the link to that in the description box if you ever feel uh, to watch some of it, or to watch that reading, because there's some of the energy that I feel like you tap into. Because with the polarized energy that we all have, if we're Gemini Sun, and then our polarized energy is Sagittarius, it's that energy that we kind of learn to integrate as well. And also because the moon came up for you here. And we have language of light, rediscovery, humble wanderer, and communication. Yeah, so there's this communication again for you. And this is the rediscovery of self. It's like we've got this far, but we didn't come this far to just get this far. And that's what this North Node energy does. That's what this yod of this uh, this destiny energy propels us to do. It propels us forward, whether we kind of realize it or not. It does propel us forward because there's purpose behind this, and it's about staying humble, about staying grounded, but communicating in a way that is really in the language of light, because it's not what you say necessarily, it's the energy you say it with. And I feel that's going to be very important, particularly if you are going down any kind of influencer route. Okay, let's get some messages from spirit here, from your spirit guides, and just see what they want to add to the energy and for this year for you. What would you like to say to Gemini Sun, please? Oh, we've got love is your energy. Wow, this is exactly this is exactly what we were just saying. The language of light and love is your energy. It's the intention of how things are communicated. You could be on social media talking about something, the same thing somebody else is talking about, but you are doing it in a very different way, with a very different energy, with a very different intention. And it's the purity of that intention, and it's the energy of love that shines through, that encourages people to come around you. There's a lot of there's something about you being very, it's very important for you to be in a communicative space in the public eye in some way. That could be in your job, that could be leading a team, that could be having a million followers on social media. It's going to be very different for all of you, but it's important for you to communicate, because there's something very influential. Like attracts like, and we were just saying, I want to take this one as well for you. This is what we were just saying about you attracting the right people, because your energy and your intention is going to be in a space that's very different to other people in your field. Okay, let's have a look at just how spirit's going to be supporting you on this journey. and then we'll get some advice for you just to wrap up the reading. So let's have a look. What does Spirit want to tell you about how they're going to be supporting you? Oh, this just flipped out. Divine consciousness. So we had consciousness here. Spirit's helping you connect with divine consciousness, but not in a way that is in your mind, not in an intellectual way. They're helping you do this in a way that is in true self-discovery from your soul perspective. And it's going to, I feel like it's just going to blow your mind. It's going to be amazing. This consciousness energy and this connection to spirit is really what helps you attract what you need to attract and gives you the energy to move forward. There's this huge destiny, fate energy happening for you. Let's see what else Spirit want you to know about how they're going to be with you and walking with you on this pathway through this, particularly with this activation and with the energy that's come up for you today. Okay, I feel like this one wants to come out. Let's take this one. Protection. Spirit are protecting you every step of the way. So where you might feel vulnerable, especially when you make these changes, as we get into month 4, 5, 6, and as we kind of go into the middle of your solar year, where you might feel like things are just taking a little bit of a turn or they're a bit bumpy, Spirit are 100% with you. Okay, let's get one more here. Okay, and we have boundaries. Yes. I feel like this card also came out at the very end. Well, I think I used this deck at the very end. It might have been the last card. I can't quite remember in the reading for Sagittarius Full Moon. So this is about stepping outside of what you know already, what you know to be in existence, in light of something new, stepping outside of the boundary. Sometimes this can be not allowing people to push your boundaries, and I feel for you that's quite relevant because of the energy that came up here. So having very strong boundaries with love, with care, with consideration, but not pushing your boundaries for anybody, and having these boundaries in a respectful place for everybody, for your community, for yourself, for your relationships. Okay, let's get some final words of guidance from Spirit on what they want to leave you with today. What messages do they want to leave you with? Let's have a look. Some messages of wisdom for Gemini Sun, please, for the viewer. Okay. And we have know your worth. Know that nobody else has power over you. You absolutely hold the keys. Knowing your worth this year. Nothing is wasted, Vulture Spirit. So where you go, you might go through a bit of a wandering path. You might go on a couple of detours. These are all learnings that are going to be necessary to get to this point here. Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. I feel like this is being gentle with yourself as well, mind as well as body, because there is a lot happening. And Spirit were very strong where they said rest, enjoy time with family, enjoy celebration. It could be that in month 7 for you, whichever month that might be, month 7 for you is a celebration or an anniversary, but it's being gentle and allowing some downtime. Okay, not overworking. I feel this is Spirit saying not overworking. Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility, because I feel like you don't see it now. I don't feel like you see this potential right now. It has to unfold. This step into the unknown is pivotal for you. It's the essential piece that allows everything to unfold and all of these boundaries to dissolve of what we thought was possible. Koala Spirit, Spirit has a plan. Spirit has a plan for you. Okay, and they're helping you, they're protecting you on your pathway, but they're helping you towards this activation of divine consciousness, and they're helping you towards this something that you're meant to do in the world, and this thing that's going to feel very fulfilling, and to your pathway to destiny. Very incredible energy. Okay, Spirit, oh, I was just about to wrap up then. Spirit said no. Okay, just get some final words of wisdom for you. Okay, what else do you want to tell Gemini Sun, please, Spirit? Okay, this one, abundance. Okay, so I feel like spirit just want you to be super aware that you're going somewhere that's going to provide for you in a spiritual sense, in a material sense. Okay, we've got abundance. When your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. Okay, so that was the only card that flipped from this deck, and I think this is what we said earlier. So it's like your intention and your energy, how you do something is very different to how somebody else does it or how other people do it. And it could be that you are looking in to go into an area that is really saturated, especially if you're going to go and start your own business, social media, coaching, anything. It could be drop shipping, it could be anything, and you could feel like there's a saturation in your industry. I want to say to you as well, if there is a whole bunch of people selling in the market that you want to go into, all that shows is that you or open a business or do something quite profound in what you want to do. If there's lots of people doing it, it shows there's an audience for people doing it. So don't let that hold you back. And the abundance comes because you have this pure intention of heart, you have this pure communication, you have this power and authority, as well as matching that in parallel with this gentleness and this kindness and this compassion, and that brings in abundance for you. Okay, I feel like that's the only one spirit wanted to bring out this deck, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope that you found your year reading, your year forecast, supportive and helpful, with especially with some of the energies that you're feeling right now, but to see what's coming towards you energy wise on your pathway. Happy birthday, Gemini. Have a wonderful solar return. Thank you for watching your reading with me today, as always, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Take care.